What's up guys, Sean here from Srkcycles, and let me fill you guys in on how motorcycle dealerships make their money compared to how Srkcycles makes their money, and it is a fundamentally different thing. I'm not saying that I'm not calling them out like they're crooks. I just want to fill you guys in. I don't want you guys to be ignorant to the world and what goes on. I spend a lot of time in car dealerships. It's very similar. And the more you know, the more you can be like, oh, okay, I get that, or I'm gonna choose this, or okay, that is a good option. It's kind of like when you're a kid. Okay, here's a story. When I was a kid, I used to listen to this band, my parents probably didn't know about it, called Incubus. And I thought, when I found out what Incubus meant, I was like, oh no, they're not bad guys. They don't know that it means that. They're just as naive as I am. I was like 13, and these guys were like 20 something. They knew exactly what that meant. Don't think that everyone is as ignorant as you are. So I want to fill you guys in on just how the things work. So the first way motorcycle dealerships are making money is the sale of the motorcycle. So if it's a used bike, they're buying it from trade-in and they're selling it retail. They're making money on the difference of what they sold it for and what they had in the bike. Now if they're selling new bikes, then they're buying that bike from the manufacturer, and depending on the manufacturer, they're making a pretty big range of the money. I know Can-Ams, I believe they have a pretty good spread. They make decent money. Harley Davidsons make good money. The American bikes generally make pretty decent money from what they're paying for it and what they're selling it for. The import bikes are not. They were making money years and years ago. Right now they're kind of holding off. So if you ever wonder why the import guys are not making or don't have very much room to budge, Harleys won't budge either. They won't budge either. There's something called, I forget what it's actually called, but it's a minimum list price that they're legally obligated to list the price for on their website. And they can't list it for anything less. And they'll put that hold on the bike for a little while, and then they might release that hold later. But most companies they're not really negotiating with new motorcycles. And when it comes to the imports, the reason you'll see, no, like I said, they're not making very much money. I've heard about dealerships selling their bikes at, making make $50 on a bike just to get it gone. Now sometimes what'll happen is if the bike's a year old or 2 years old, new old stock, the manufacturer will say, hey, if you sell this bike, we'll give you more money. So then they got a little more room to play with it. So that's how they're making that. That's how they're making that. That's the one way they're making money. That's kind of the way we all know and that we all expect. The other way of making money, and what we call that is front end. That's all on the front end of you selling the bike. It's kind of what everyone sees. The other way is what they call back end. And there's normally an F&I manager. F&I is finances and insurance. And they also sell warranties. So you got finances, insurance, warranties. How they make money on the finances is if you finance through the dealership, ballpark, this is kind of how it works. I'm going to oversimplify it. They call the bank and say, hey, I got this guy. Well, what's he approved for? The bank calls back and says, hey, we'll give him at 2%. The dealership goes back to you and says, hey, great news, we got you at 4%. The dealership keeps that 4%, or they keep that 2%. That's the cost of doing business and the convenience of doing it all right there with the dealership. There's nothing wrong about that. There's nothing illegal about that. But you need to know that they're making a couple bucks off that. So that is also sometimes negotiable. That's how they make money off the finances. How they make money off warranties. All these things are products that they are selling. It's not just financing is a product that they sell. They make money on it. You could get that product yourself elsewhere. You can go get financing at your local credit union, which is going to be a lot cheaper, or your bank, and then come in with a check and buy a bike that way. It takes a little longer. It will save you a lot of money. Warranties, they're making money off warranties. And insurance, if they do insurance, they make a little money off insurance. When it comes to insurance, you really can't buy warranties outside of the dealership. Insurance, you can buy that outside of the dealership, and it's just like this guy's making money versus this guy making money. It's not they're taking any money from you. You got to get insurance anyway. That's all considered back end. Now you got the service center. The service center is fixing the bikes that break. If it's under warranty, then the manufacturer, Suzuki, Kawasaki, Indian, they are paying the service center to fix that bike at no cost to you. If it's out of warranty, you're paying for it. That's basically how they make money in a service center. Now, parts and accessories and what Harley Davidson calls motor clothes. I don't know that much about that part of the industry, I've heard rumors that the motor clothes part of Harley Davidson is 50% of what they make. I have no idea whether that's true or not, but most dealerships will sell parts. I have no idea what the markup is. I honestly don't. I know with helmets, I've heard with helmets markup is pretty good. You know, it could be like a couple 100%, maybe 200-300% on helmets. If you're selling a $300 helmet, they probably paid $80 for it. I don't know if that's true or not. So, how does Srkcycles make money, and how is that different from how normal dealerships make money? Well, you can see we don't have a big old fancy showroom. We have kind of a warehouse that people come and I like it. This is more my style. We make money from selling motorcycles just like everyone else. We sell used motorcycles, and we buy them hopefully cheaper than what we can sell them for. The difference from what we sell them for and what we have into it is profit. That's what we make money. As long as we sell enough bikes that covers the expenses that we have, we're making money. The second way we make money, and this is where we really start to differ from normal dealerships, is we have a YouTube channel. Our YouTube channel brings in revenue. It also is our marketing arm. So where most dealerships will spend thousands of dollars per month marketing their bikes, we market our bikes on YouTube, and YouTube actually pays us to do so because we get enough views that they put commercials in the videos. So if you ever you click on a video to watch, you have to watch that little 5-second commercial, and then you skip. Somehow we make money off of that. So we're a normal dealership. We'll have an F&I person and salespeople and all this. One of the biggest key components of our system is we have a videographer. He's our camera guy. He's our editor. He's extremely important. He manages the YouTube videos, and we spend a lot of time on it. I know we only put out a couple hours of content, maybe an hour or two of content a week. We're spending at least 20 or some hours. Well, one guy's spending 46 hours a week just on content. And then you got all the content that I'm making, all the time I'm spending on content. So we spend a lot of time doing that. And we're gonna keep on doing it and continue trying to make good, fun, compressor turned on, good fun content that you guys can watch. And whenever you guys decide to buy a bike, hopefully you consider Srkcycles. We ship anywhere. The third way that we make money is we actually have some products that we sell. We started using what we now call tank straps maybe about 3 years ago. Then we started selling them maybe 4 years ago. And then we started selling them maybe 18 months ago or 2 years ago. And we sell them on our own store, our own Shopify store, and we sell them on Amazon. Right now we're selling at a rate of about $500 to $600 a month. But that rate's growing. We have hired a new product manager, and all he's doing is doing that stuff. We also have products like motorcycle gloves that we have. I gotta look at the numbers, see how many we're selling a month, but they're also doing very well. And we're gonna come up with more products. When it comes down to products, it's not just can it make money. It's can I be behind this product, and do I use this product myself? That's why there's a lot of products where like, hey, you can make money on this. I don't use it. I don't know if it's a quality thing. Now there might be some things that I'm not going to use, like a bike cover that we might come out with, but it's got to be the best bike cover you can buy. You know what I mean? It's got to be a quality product, and I don't use a bike cover because my bikes stay inside because I put them in. I have this big warehouse, but not everyone has a warehouse and a garage, so a bike cover could be a great thing. So that's the third way. That's the third way of how we make money. And the fourth way of how we make money is we're always looking for it. We're always trying to figure out another way, and ultimately it's just how we can provide a good product. How can we build a better community of motorcycle riders, and how can we help you guys out? So we're working on something right now. I'm working on about 3 or 4 different projects right now, all very exciting, all very time consuming. And the one we're working on right now, we're probably going to launch the next, is a website that helps you guys find the best insurance company for you at the best price. It's going to be called Moto. Here's one idea. Don't try to take the domain. I already own the domain. Motoquote.com, where you guys will click on it and you can get quotes for different motorcycle insurance companies to see if you're paying a good rate and stuff like that. We're working on that. Hopefully that'll be the next thing we come out with. I'm hoping to get that launched in 2019, but still working with the insurance company. I'm having a really hard time working with the insurance companies to get this thing up and going. But that wraps it up, guys. I hope that gives you a little bit of clarity on how things work with motorcycle dealerships. I'm not saying use us opposed to using them. I'm saying now you have more information, make your own choice. I mean, I bought bikes from other dealerships. If you were gonna ask me what the best way to get a best deal on a bike is, I would say go buy a used bike. I think used bike is the best value. I've never bought a used motors. I never bought any motorcycles ever once. Never bought a new car, and I don't see any reason why I would when you can find things that are, you know, current year, a couple miles, but thousands of dollars cheaper, and with the same warranty. Now there is occasionally a crazy exception with new old stock from imports. Now Harley Davidson keeps this real hush hush. Sometimes they do that. Sometimes you get like a new old stock Harley Davidson. You don't see it very often, but with imports you will see it. And the manufacturer will do like little special deals. Like, hey, for this next couple of months we're gonna drop that price. And we actually had a situation where we bought a brand new 2015 Honda CBR 300 for $2,800. And then we sold it as a used bike 2 weeks later for profit. In that case, that would have been the best way to get into a bike. But yeah, look for those deals. They're hard to find, but they're out there. All right, guys, that wraps it up. Don't forget to subscribe. We'll see you guys later.